Hello guys, welcome all and thank you for watching my videos. I have got more watch hours as well as good amount of subscribers. It's a great achievement for me, but the target is reaching 1,000 subscribers. That is my target. So hope you will love my videos and most of the people you will get uh, like a help for all the upcoming developers, Java developers. So today we are learning about the what are the steps, like how they are gonna work. Okay, and at the same time how to perform the CRUD operations. So look at this code, we are using this first line of statement, okay, in the JDBC. So this line is nothing but it is used to load the driver, okay, load the particular driver software. Okay, means this is like a class loader which loads the driver software. So in that case, okay, in that case what we have to do, let us try to understand. So here you can see there is a load static class. Okay, so inside this static class I have a static block. I have a static block. Okay, I have a static block which is having some code. Now what I will do is, okay, I will be uh, having a class. Okay, so in that class I will use this class dot name method. So here I will provide the fully qualified class name of the fully qualified class name of the load static. What is the fully qualified class name? Okay, com dot database dot load static. To get the fully qualified class name, okay, right click, you can see copy qualified name. Copy qualified name, you can see what it is reflected. uh, I'll be exposing to you. So it is telling that, okay, copy qualified name. So when I see here, copy the fully qualified name to the system clipboard. So I'll click on that, is copied. Okay, then I'll go to the particular class I will paste here. Okay, you can see that particular fully qualified class name is given. So now I will load the class. So when I load the class, so you can see load static block is printed. I'm not writing any SOPLN statements here. Means inside the load static we have static block in that. Okay, in that we have the load static block. Okay, static block, they automatically these class members will be loaded. At the same time, if in this case there is a, okay, inside somewhere the driver object is there. Okay, in the same way there is a driver object is present inside the static block. When I load this class, automatically the driver object also will be loaded. In the same way, here we'll be providing form.jdbc.cj dot, oh sorry, my com.mysql.cj.jdbc.driver. This is the fully qualified class name of the MySQL driver software. Okay, clear about this? Then next, what is the second step we have? Okay, let us close all these things. So let us see here. What is the one more step? Okay, what is the next step? Connection. So what is this connection? Connection is nothing but a object. Okay, it's an object which is applying the connection between two applications, so how this connection will be helpful for us? It's very simple. I'll be showing the image. Wait once. Okay, so let us explore. Yes, here you can see the driver manager. Driver manager is a class. Inside the driver managers there is a get connection method. Okay, at the same time there is an interface, called connection. So here the return type of the get connection method is the connection interface. So whenever you call the get connection method, it will give the connection object at last. So where you can store the connection object inside the connection variable only. Okay, so you are declaring a variable, okay, using connection. So driver manager is giving a connection object, it is stored inside the connection. The job of the get connection method is to connect the Java application to the database application. So that is the job of this get connection method. Hope you are able to understand the second step. Second step is nothing but applying the connection between two different applications. One is Java application, another one is database application. So in that case, we are taking help of driver manager. Okay, we are taking help of driver manager. Inside the driver manager, there is a get connection method. Okay, these can okay get connection method return type is connection. Connection is an interface. So a variable is declared using get connection. A connection equals to driver manager dot get connection. So by this we can understand that, okay, so second step is to connect the two different applications, Java application as well as database application. So we are providing inside the get connection as the arguments, one is URL, okay, to connect the different application, and username and password to open the database. Clear about this? Next thing, what is the next statement? The next statement is a statement object. So what is this statement object? Statement object, as we discussed in the earlier video, in the earlier video we discussed about this. So here statement is an interface. Okay, statement is an interface. Inside the connection there is a create statement method. Okay, inside the connection there is a create statement method. Okay, there is a create statement method inside the connection. Okay, it is a non-static method. You will access non-static method with the help of variable of connection. Connection dot create statement gives you statement object. So obviously you will stored inside the statement only. So in that case, here the whenever you call create statement method inside the connection object, it uses the statement object. So inside the statement object we have execute update method, where we will write the command, SQL command, and the last step is nothing but closing the connection. So here you have to understand the one thing. Okay, so there are just five important steps. The first one is loading the driver software with the help of class.forName. Loading the driver software means in our story, loading the driver software means arranging the translator. Connection. Connection. Here we have written to connect the Java application to the database application through URL and username and password. So there in our story, airway. Airway is nothing but connection. Here statement object, okay, to carry the data. There the statement object in the story is flight, okay, to carry the person. And here execute update means you are firing a query. Okay, means their chartered flight is loaded with data and it will start the journey to other country, and at last that flight will return back to its own country. So here we are closing the connection. Hope you understood this one. Okay, and at the same time you can watch this video overview of JDBC. If you have any doubts in this, you can see all the driver software and how many levels of conversion in the overview of JDBC and all its basic components for CRUD operations. Okay, so in the first way we'll be discussing about driver softwares. There are four driver softwares. Okay, there are four driver softwares. In these four types of driver software we are using the fourth driver software, that is thin Java driver or pure Java driver. Okay, so we are using the fourth type of driver software. Okay, JDBC we are using fourth type of driver software, and the many more things are discussed in this video in the overview of JDBC. Okay, so hope this video will be helpful. And here you can see Connection is an interface. Driver manager is a class which provides all kinds of driver software. In the sense, driver manager dot get connection we are writing. Here we are asking for MySQL driver software. Sometimes you will be asking for Oracle driver software. So in that case you will write different URL. Okay, means this driver manager, it will manage all driver softwares. Okay, hope you are clear. Watch it once again, you will be clear everything. And at the same time, just now we discussed about the statement is an interface, as well as prepared statement. We are going to discuss about it. Statement is having a child, that is prepared statement. Prepared statement is having a child, that is callable statement. Okay, clear? Hope you understood. Okay, and here today we are gonna discuss, once again we'll revise. In the interface connection, there is a create statement method which returns the statement object. Statement is an interface. You will declare a variable using statement. Okay, so that is what the fourth step. Okay, statement connection dot create statement gives statement objects. Within the statement object you are calling execute update. So then you are performing the operation to the database. So that is how it runs. And we'll move to the next step. Okay, so now here we are writing the, okay, we are writing the what dynamic, what is that, uh, we are writing the static commands. So on that day we have seen, right here, insert into student values. Here we are writing the hard coded values. If I don't want to write the hard coded values, then what I should do? Okay, I don't want to write the hard coded values. So here the statement should not be utilized. The statement object should not be utilized to perform the dynamic data. To perform the dynamic data, we have to go for, okay, the next version of statement. We have to go for next version of statement. What is the next version of statement? That is prepared statement. That is prepared statement. I will be showing you. Wait. Yeah, here the image. Okay, here we are using prepared statement. Why we have to go for prepared statement? Okay, with the help of statement, we can perform only static queries. Okay, we can perform only static queries. Means we can write only hard coded values. We cannot send the values during runtime. It is not possible. We can perform only static queries. And here you can see query command is taken after object is created. It's very late. Okay, means after object creation only you will be performing the query. Okay, means here the query is sent after the object creation. You will be having only create statement without arguments, and it is slow. Statement is very slow because statement is the parent for prepared statement. Okay, prepared statement is the extended version for the statement. So with the help of prepared statement, what we can do? We can perform static as well as dynamic queries. We can perform static queries and well as dynamic queries. Prepared statement, it provides placeholder. It provides placeholder, that is question mark, to perform dynamic queries. Okay, it provides placeholders to perform dynamic queries. Query is taken during object creation. Whenever the object is created, at that time only the query is fired to the database application. Prepared statement dot prepare. Okay, prepared statement method, here we will be writing the command. So here only we will be providing the question marks inside the brackets instead of the hard coded values. And it is fast. Prepared statement is fast compared to the statement object. Okay, very simple. Statement performs only static queries. Prepared statement both static and dynamic. Okay, query command is taken after the object is created. Okay, Query command is taken during the object creation. It supports dynamic queries with the help of placeholders. It is slow, it is fast. Clear about this? Okay. And one more thing here you have to see. Where is that? Right. Here you can see there is an interface connection. Inside the interface connection, there is a create statement method. Hope is it visible, everyone? Right. Okay. Okay, interface connection. Inside the connection, create statement method. The return type is statement. Okay, and there is a child interface prepared statement. Okay, statement is the parent for prepared statement. Okay, so at the same time, prepared statement method is there inside a connection. The return type is prepared statement, and it is asking for the SQL query. Okay, so connection is the object which is providing the statement object as well as prepared statement object also. Okay, so it's very simple. The connection is an is a object which is providing statement object as well as prepared statement, and statement is the parent for prepared statement, so it is the child interface. Okay, clear. And you can see here prepared statement object supports static and dynamic queries. Here statement object supports only static methods. Clear. Next we'll perform the operation. Let us try to push the values inside the student itself. I will perform the commands inside the database of Loudos student. So meanwhile I will open the database. And so what are the things? Just copy as it is. This copy these lines, and I am pasting here. Okay, I'm throwing the declaration. Then after here we have to provide the database name. Database name is love underscore dos. Okay, dos. You have to perform. Okay, you have to provide the database name definitely. Next, prepared statement. PREPSTA. Just type that and use the command. What is the command you have to use? Okay, for shortcut. Okay, control plus space. Okay, when you keep that, you will get suggestions. Control space. You can see you have to select prepared statement from java.sql package only. From java.sql package. See here, all the classes and interfaces are imported from java.sql only. And here, prepared statement I'll keep. Okay, so better pre statement or prepared. Okay, I will use prepared statement equals. Who is giving prepared statement object? Connection. Connection is giving connection dot prepare statement. You can see there it is asking for command, SQL command. Okay, so instead of we have to write the command insert into student values. Open the parenthesis. Open the parenthesis. Here we can write the hard-coded values, but I don't want to write the hard-coded values. So in that case, what I will do, I have to pass the placeholders. Placeholders are nothing but question marks. How many question marks? 5 question marks, because my table, okay, my table student contains 5 columns. Okay, I will be showing you that. So here we have written the 5 commands. Now in order to target the placeholders, okay, this prepared statement, okay, in order to target these placeholders, okay, to set the values in this place, okay, they provided getters and setters. They provided getters and setters for us. So for that I'll be showing you how it is happening. Okay. So where is the database? Yeah, here inside the student. You can see this is the student table. We have only one column of data. So now we are inserting. So to perform the operation, look at here, we are setting the values for these placeholders. We are targeting the values to these placeholders, okay, using setter methods. Okay, in the first column we'll be sending id will be in the integer data type, and the second column question mark string value, set a string, and here the third one set a double, English marks, max or double, science or double. Okay, and at last, calling execute update method is mandatory, means you are committing the operations inside the database. Okay, so now we are going to write all the setter methods to target the values to the placeholders. Prepared statement dot set int first data. Okay, for targeting the first placeholder na, so keep index number 1. Okay, I am giving the value 102. 102, sorry, I did not mention there. Here the index position of the placeholder, 1 represents the first placeholder, 1 represents the first placeholder. Okay, prepared statement dot set string 2 comma, here the value I have to provide Kalyan. Prepared statement dot set double 3 comma marks I will be providing 67. In the same way I will copy this paste. Why? Because all the remaining data is same. Okay, so here we'll be providing index number, we have to change 5, 87, 57. Okay, so you have to carefully provide the index values for the placeholders. The first index placeholder, second index placeholder, third index, fourth index, and fifth index. Okay, I hope you understood this. Okay, then after we have to call mandatory step. What is that mandatory step? Okay, that mandatory step is calling the execute update method, where we perform the operations. Okay, so we'll be calling prepared statement dot execute update. Okay, then I will be running this class. So here we got some error. Yeah, something gone wrong. No value specified for parameter 5. It is telling the parameter 5 question mark is not specified, because the same indexes I have mentioned here I have to mention 5. Okay, so now I will run the query. I did not get any response because I did not write any SOPLN statement. Let us go and check inside the database. So I am firing this. You can see Kalyan is updated. Done. Hope we are done. Performing the dynamic query operation is done. Okay. So hope you will get some clear idea about this. So it's very simple to perform the dynamic queries. It's very simple for us. Okay. So now this is not what we have to learn. Okay. So we have to learn how to include within the project. In the last video I have told you. Okay, so I have declared a Pojo class, you have seen. Okay, just what I have did, I have declared the members as private and generated getters and setters with the help of alt s commands. So once again I will be showing you. Okay, this is the variables you have to declare, and what you have to write. Okay, getters and setters, for that which command, alt plus s. Okay, so what you have to do, press alt s, you will get this, click on getters and setters, select all, click on generate, all the getters and setters will be generated. Can you see I kept cursor before that, na, that is why it is on the top, alt s came down. Now cursor is down, alt s, string, and here it is mentioned as last member. Click on generate. So this is how we generate. Okay, done. Save this class. Okay, so then after, what we have to do inside the DAO class, we have to write one method that is public void. Okay, save. We are writing save method student student. Okay, so then we have to write student DTO actually. Okay, right. Then what we have to do, you have to copy paste. Go to this place and copy all these commands. Copy and paste here. Okay, it will be carrying all the exception. Click on add throws declaration. Okay, just click the, okay, done. So successfully it is done. So now what we have to do, the same, I just copied and pasted it. Go to the controller, you have to create the object. Okay, create the object student DAO. Student DAO, DAO equals new of student DAO. Okay, so you will be calling DAO dot save method. Okay, so here you have to send the student object. You have to send the student object. So for that, okay, so for that, what we have to do, you have to create the student object. So what I'm doing to understand that, what you have to do is, okay, what you have to do, very simple. Go to my channel pages. Okay, here you can see right here you can see deep understanding of layers of project. If you watch this video, you will get some idea about what I'm doing. This DTO, DAO and controller, it is very clearly explained in this video. Deep understanding of layers of project is just written on the pen and on the paper. And for this, in the practically, you can understand in another video, that is, I'll show you 1 2 minutes. Wait for 2 minutes. Okay, to understand that, right here you can see, yeah, you can see layers of project practically. Okay, if you watch this video, you will get some idea, so that it becomes easy for you. Okay, these both videos you have to watch: deep understanding of layers of project, as well as this layers of project practically for practice. Okay, these both videos you have to watch, then you will get a clear idea about this, what I'm doing. Student DTO. Okay, student DTO equals new of student DTO. Okay, so we'll be setting the data DTO dot set ID. Here you will be providing 103. Okay, why I'm giving 103? Because primary key is assigned for the ID column. DTO dot set name. Okay, set S name is given. Here the name should be given, that is any name you can give. Harshit. Then you will be giving DTO dot set English. I'll be providing some 77. DTO dot set maths 89. DTO dot set science 58. Right, I've set all the values inside the DTO. Means we are collecting the data using DTO object. Using DTO object, we are collecting the data, and we are transferring this data using the DTO only. You will be sending the DTO reference variable. Okay, this method is carrying a checked exception. Just click on add throws declaration. Okay, you are collecting all the data inside the DTO, and you are sending the DTO to the DAO layer, of save method. So then after, it will be received here, but all the data which is present inside student object should be sent to the database. So for that, you have to access the getter methods here. Student dot get ID. Here student dot get s name, student dot get English, student dot get maths, student dot get science. Okay, you will be getting all these things, and at last we'll write one statements to get to know whether it is saved or not. Data is saved. Okay, data is saved. So now we just, what we did, just copy and pasted inside save method. That's it. We did not do anything extra. Don't need to worry about this. Okay, so then I will be running this class because this class contains main method. Okay, so I'll be running this class. Data is saved inside the database. Now we'll go and check inside the database. Just run this. You can see 103 Harshit. All the values is displayed inside the database. Clear? The next, what is the next step I have to do? What is the next step? Now, in order to update the data or delete the data, what you have to do? You have to write one more method inside the DAO class. Public void or retrieve the data. Okay, retrieve. Okay, here we'll be performing ID. So here what you have to do, again you have to write all the comments. Just what you need to do, you have to, okay, have to copy this and paste here and paste here. Okay, so but here we are getting some kind of different errors. Okay, so what we have to do for this, very simple. Okay, very simple to do this. Okay, to understand this, first we need to know how to retrieve the data. To understand that, okay, let us make a truth declaration in this method. Okay, okay, so let us take one more class example. So to understand how to retrieve the data, retrieve. So in, to perform that, what we need to do is just need the same commands. I'll be copying these commands, I'll be pasting here. Okay, I will be removing this. Okay, I'll be removing this. I'll be throws declaration, throws declaration. So here driver software should be loaded in case of retrieving. Connection is required, as well as prepared statement object also is required. Now here we have to write one command to retrieve the data. Which command is required? Select statement, select queries we require. Select star from, what is the table name? Student. And I want to retrieve one particular person data where id equals question mark, where id equals question mark. So it is at the first position. So you will be providing the prepared statement dot set int. Okay, you will be firing, okay, you will be sending the id number at first index 101. Then after, what you have to do, these okay, prepared statement connect, prepared statement object is giving the, okay, giving the entire data in the form of object. So to get the data in the form of object, you have to use execute query method, because you are firing the select query. So you have to use query method. Okay, so how to get the prepared statement dot execute query. Okay, there is a method called execute query. Execute query. Remember, in order to retrieve the data, you have to call execute query method. The return type of this execute query method, what is the return type? What is the return type of execute query method? It is a result set. Okay, it is result set. Everyone can see here. Okay, it is the return type is result set. Okay, so here I will be getting result set object, result set object control 1. Okay, I'm not getting any suggestion. Result set rs, use control space, it will be imported, but result set should be imported from java.sql. Then after, here, look at here properly, I'm writing SOPLN. Okay, I cannot use SOPLN directly because you need to iterate over the data, because okay, it's very simple. I'll be explaining you about that. So here, how does result set works? Okay, let us try to understand result set. Okay, in case of getting result set object, okay, this entire table, this, okay, this entire table, first it will be taken into the result set according to the query command. But in case when we are firing the query command like select star where id equals to, so at the time, okay, if you are providing 101 101, okay, providing 101, okay, so at the time only this one row data will be taken in the form of table inside the result set object. Inside the result set object, only one line of data inside the old table is taken outside. But according to the result set, okay, you have to take help of the cursor, then only it will allow you to take the data, otherwise it will not allow you to take the data. Suppose look at here, I'll be writing SOPLN rs dot get in the first column data I am providing, first column data directly I am writing rs dot get string column number 2. Now I'll be running this. Observe here, this is how we access the data inside the table. Okay, what it is telling, before start of result set means you have to take help of cursor. There is a cursor inside the result set, so you cannot access directly, you cannot access directly. So for that we are taking help of the cursor. If rs dot, okay, next, okay, this next method is mandatory, otherwise you cannot access the data inside result set object. So you just paste, how it will work. Can you see the data is retrieved? Okay, the data inside the result set object is retrieved using getter methods, using getter methods. Why I'm performing if block? Because only one particular data we are retrieving, only one particular data we are retrieving. So the same, okay, the same code should be copied. Okay, I will be copying this and I will go to the DAO. I have to paste here. Okay, these lines of code is not required. Okay, so here I'll just paste over this data, paste. Okay, okay, the problem here is very simple. Here in the parameters id we kept na, the same thing we have to put it here, id. Okay, so hope you will understand, it's easy only. Okay, and here you can see every time in the two different methods we have all the statements, and at the same time we are getting the data with simple id. Let us check by passing the value to the retrieve method through the controller. Okay, through the controller we'll pass the data. First we'll comment this line. Okay, DAO dot retrieve. I want to access 102. So I will run this. 102 Kalyan is printed. Okay, and at the same time I don't want to access like this. What I can do, I can store inside the student DTO object. So I will write student DTO. DTO equals new of student DTO. DTO dot set. Okay, set ID. ID. Okay, ID will be sent directly. DTO dot set name. I get sorry, set test name. So here I will write results at rs dot get string. Get string index number 2. DTO dot set English rs dot get double column number 3. DTO dot set maths rs dot get double index number 4. DTO dot set science rs dot get double index number 5. Then I will print sopln DTO. So I'll get in the form of object. Very simple. I just pushed rs dot methods inside the setter methods of student DTO object. Okay, so now I'll go and run the controller once again. You can see the entire data will be printed. You can see 102 Kalyan 67 87 57. Okay, hope you are clear, hope you understood. Okay, clear. So now I want to retrieve all the data. I want to retrieve all the data. So for that, public void retrieve all. Okay, retrieve all. You don't need to write the any like commands, right? So in that case, what you have to do, okay, you have to take the entire code and paste there, right? Copy this and and paste here. Okay, so here we don't need to set any parameters. We are not setting any values. So very simple command, select a star from student. Okay, only that command you have to use, select a star from student for retrieving all the data at once. And at the same time, okay, inside the result set there will be n number of rows. In that case we are making use of while. We are making use of while. Okay, so and at the same time here rs dot get int. Okay, one you will keep. Okay, it is SQL exception. Okay, fine. Athros. Done. So here that is the thing you have to do. Very simple thing. In case of retrieving all the data, it's very easy. Okay, we are making use of while loop and we are writing all the commands. Okay, so now I just removed id where id equals to and removed setter method of prepared statement. That's it. And I changed if block to while loop. Okay, so that it will print all the data. Okay, so then let us go to the controller and comment this line out. DAO dot retrieve all. Retrieve all. So now I'll run this. Run this. So you can see all the data is printed. Okay, all the data is printed, right? Okay, so now it's very easy to understand. So this is how we perform the retrieving the data. But can you see here I have 3 methods. Okay, 3 methods: save method, retrieve method, retrieve all method. So it looks very lengthy. So let's make it very short. How to make it short? We'll try to understand. Here the class dot for name, the driver software is loaded inside save method. It is loaded inside retrieve method, and it is loaded inside retrieve all also. So I don't need to load each and every time. I want to load it once and utilize everywhere. So what you have to do, first you remove this, you remove this, then after you remove inside the retrieve. Why? Because inside this class only all methods are present. Just copy this, copy, remove there, sorry, remove this, control X, then create a static block. Why? Because static block is a default block which will be loaded every time. Whenever this object is created, automatically this block will be executed. Okay, so just present and surround with try catch block. So the first step is cleared. Okay, it's very easy, right? And at the same time, you can see what is the next statement which is repeated every time. Connection. So connection is the object which is required, okay, for every transaction. So what we can do, first you have to remove the connection. Okay, so you have to make a global connection or anything global method. So I will remove this. Okay, so I don't want to remove. Instead of writing this lengthy code, what I will do, I will write one method, okay, which gives me the connection object. Okay, public, make it as connection, will make it as static method, static connection, connection, get connection. This is the method name, get connection. Here, what we have to write, we have to make use of driver manager dot get connection. So copy this and paste here. Okay, we have to return the connection object. Use return keyword space. So just add throws declaration. So what is happening? Very simple. This driver manager dot get connection is giving me the connection object when we call the connection method. When we call the get connection method, it is giving this driver manager giving connection object. So here you need to call the get connection method directly. Okay, that is the thing you have to do. Okay, so now you copy this, paste everywhere. Get connection. Okay, right. So now the code looks a little bit good. Okay, the code looks little bit good, right? And can we make it still more beautiful? Is it possible? Yeah, definitely it's possible. So what we can do is, okay, what we can do, I will declare a variable private static, sorry, not static, I will declare a variable using connection connection equals get connection method. Okay, default constructor cannot handle exception. Okay, it is telling it's not able to handle the, okay, so what, static. Okay, so the problem here, when we are declaring it as a global member, what is telling get connection, it is carrying a exception. So the default constructor inside the student DAO is not able to handle. Okay, so we should not make it. So it's enough. We optimized it well. Okay, so that is the reason. So what we can make more easier, so here you can understand connection object is given by get connection. So it is giving an object only. It is giving an object. So object is present inside the get connection method, right? So instead of writing this line, what I can do, Can I place this? Can I place this? Can I place this at this point? Is it possible? I will remove this line. Is that possible? Yes, it is possible. Instead of instead of writing this connection and declaring a variable, so what I'm just doing, I'm removing this statement and I'm placing here. Okay, get connection. Just removed it. Okay, here also, instead of writing this line, I'm pasting here. That's it. Okay, so it's very simple. Now the code looks very small and it looks good, right? Okay, these are the optimization. Okay, these are the optimization techniques. Okay, it's very simple. Okay, the code looks very good. Get connection is giving the connection object. We are calling the get connection method directly. Okay, and at the same time we are not handling any exceptions here anywhere. Okay, so it's very good. The code looks clean and neat. Okay, so now we have created retrieve all. We got retrieved all the data also. So hope you loved the video and thank you very much guys for watching the videos. Hope you will improve.